Good day, everyone. This is the team chat and video report from Group 1, Class 22. Members Resty Cardona, Lawrence Aitona, Juji Andebor, Johnson Cueto, and Irene Brasileño. This is under the Module 1, Activity 1.6, the team chat and video report. After reading the articles from Module 1, the team identified 3 external factors that affects our schools during this pandemic. First, the parents' participation as learning facilitators. Second, the distance learning or the home-based learning environment. And the third one is the health protocols implemented by the IATF. Parents' participation as learning facilitators. The challenges and trends affecting our school are how we continue to deliver services for education despite the spread of the virus. We have applied varied learning modalities such as modular, TVI, RBI, or blended. With that, we decided to orient and tap barangay officials to find ways and means to contact our parents to be the teacher of their own children and commit to have 100% involvement to continue learning while at home. In addition, as home learning facilitators, parents and guardians are encouraged to guide their learners in answering their learning modules. On the other hand, working parents find it difficult to attend to the educational concerns of their children due to time constraints and physical conditions after work. Learners' behaviors at home are quite different when they are in school. Also, the educational attainment of the parents is one of the factors why they cannot teach or guide their children. Some of the parents reported that they do not understand the lessons of their children since the latter has attained or enrolled in higher grades than them. Distance learning, home-based learning environment. There are a lot of challenges that our school confronts during the home learning setup, which are also based on the brief assessment prepared by the Australian Government Department of Education, Skills and Employment entitled Impact of Learning from Home on Educational Outcomes for Disadvantaged Children. According to their assessment, the issues that schools confront when it comes to home learning for those who face challenges relate to 5 key factors. First, the gaps in basic resources of families needed to support home learning, the material divide. Number 2, the gaps of information and communications technology or the ICT resources and know-how or the digital divide. Number 3, students not equally equipped personally for home learning, the skills and disposition divide. Number 4, some parents not well prepared and not able to manage or cope, the parental support divide. In number 5, learning adjustments schools use for some students are not suited to home learning arrangements, the adjustments divide. The distance learning home-based learning environment, the third factor. In the implementation of blended learning, digital divide was experienced by most of the learners. Learners from far-flung areas have challenges with internet connectivity. Some learners also from lowlands have no gadgets to use, and some of the learners have no available to both gadgets and internet connectivity. This occurrence is due to socioeconomic status among families. Some parents focused on food security rather than buying technology-oriented learning materials. This is due to socioeconomic status among family. Health security is the most concerned by the government. School closures was done, however. Learning among students was compromised. The Department of Education continues to develop plans in order to combat the current situation. As what former DepEd Secretary Lenore M. Briones said, learning must continue despite the havoc brought by the pandemic. The DepEd officials coordinated with other agencies to ensure the safety of the school personnel and learners in school. Health restrictions issued by the IATF have an impact on parents and learners' access to school. Teachers and school administrators have challenges in the delivery of learning materials due to health protocols implemented by the local government and the IATF. To abridge the gap, blended learning modality and limited face-to-face were implemented. However, it was costly due to some considerations prescribed by the IATF and DepEd safety seal. The team identified 3 key learning points after the discussions of the identified 3 external factors. First, the parents' participation as learning facilitators. This has been a perennial factor that affects learning amongst learners in school. Parents should participate in teaching the learners at home. The most prevalent concern among parents is the time constraints in monitoring their children after work. They find it difficult to control the behaviors of their children at home, which resulted in low academic performance. Distance learning or home-based learning environment. In the implementation of blended learning, digital divide was experienced by most of the learners. Learners from far-flung areas have challenges in the internet connectivity. Some learners, also from lowlands, have no gadgets to use, and some of the learners have no available to both gadgets and internet connectivity. However, poverty is not the hindrance in educating young learners. Learning continues despite all odds. Health protocols implemented by IATF. Health restrictions issued by the IATF have an impact on parents and learners' access to school. Teachers and school administrators and external stakeholders have strengthened their partnerships in order to overcome such challenges in the delivery of basic quality education among learners. That's all, and thank you. This is from Group 1, Class 22.